was dry before I signed, like it knew what it would find. A trembling hand, a desperate mind, and a promise I left behind. The air went cold without a sound, like the world had turned around, and every shadow in the room leaned in close like it knew doom. He didn't look like fire or flame, just a man who knew my name, smiling soft, too calm, too wide, like something hollow lived inside. He said, I can fix what's broken you, all the things you've been through. But his eyes never blinked once, like he'd done this 1,000 times. I asked him what he wanted in return. He said, nothing you can't afford to burn. And I laughed like I understood, but I never really should. The pen felt heavy in my grip, like it had teeth along its tip, and every word I wrote down fast was something I could never cast back. The devil's deal went wrong that night. No fortune came, no burning light, just silence where the truth should be, and something watching inside of me. Oh, I thought I'd win, I thought I'd gain, but all I own is deeper pain. And every step I try to run still echoes what I've done. Was gone when I looked twice, just dust and air and frozen time. The signature still burned my skin like it had crawled itself within. I tried to speak but no sound came, just whispers calling out my name from somewhere not quite far or near, but always standing right here. My reflection didn't match my face, it wore a grin I couldn't place, and every blink it made instead looked just a little more like dead. The ground beneath me didn't shift, it just accepted what I'd gift, and every breath I tried to take was something darker in its wake. The devil's deal went wrong that night. No mercy left, no wrong or right, just empty words I can't undo, and everything that's breaking through. Oh, I thought I'd win, I thought I'd gain, but all I own is deeper pain. And every road I try to run still leads me back to what I've done. I saw him once in crowded streets where no one else would meet his eyes, just standing there in passing light, smiling like he owns the night. He didn't move, he didn't speak, but every fear I tried to keep came rushing back in sudden waves, like I was standing on my grave. And when I blinked, he wasn't there, just winding silence, empty air. But something lingered in his place, like he had carved it in the space. It ain't about a soul you sell, it's every truth you never tell, every line you choose to cross without counting what you lost. And deals like that don't break or fade, they just become the lives you made, till every choice you thought was free is just another part of me. The devil's deal went wrong for me, but not in ways I thought it'd be. No chains, no fire, no final scream, just waking up inside a dream. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to run, but the ending's already done, and every breath I still belong. devil's deal gone wrong. No, I don't bargain, I don't pray, I just watch the light decay. No escape, no victory won, just the price of what I've done. And if you ever hear that call from a voice behind the wall, don't answer back, don't play along, or your deal will go wrong. The ink is dry, the night is long, and nothing here feels truly wrong. Just me and everything I've done, from the devil's deal gone wrong. From the devil's deal gone wrong. Still stands but barely breathes through curtains torn and dying leaves. The porch swings slow with no one there, just hollow echoes in the air. A photograph turned face down lies, like it couldn't face the skies. Somewhere deep inside the night, a widow cries without a light. To hum when morning came, before the silence knew her name. Now every room she passes through forgets the color it once knew. The table set for one again, like time forgot where he had been. And every chair she dares to pass feels heavier than broken glass. The clock don't tick, it hesitates, like it's unsure of what it waits. And every second feels too long, like it's been mourning all along. She speaks his name into the air, but only emptiness is there. And every breath she holds inside turns slowly into her last cry. It's the widow's last cry in the dark, where love leaves nothing but a mark. No answer comes, no hand returns, just memory that always burns. Oh, she calls his name into the night, but even stars refuse to light. And every echo drifting by carries her final broken cry. Shaping thread, like it refuses he is dead. And every wrinkle in the sheets feels like a ghost she can't release. She traces lines along the frame, still whispering his forgotten name. But silence answers all she gives, like that's the way he chooses to live. A candle melts beside the wall, like it's been listening to it all. And every flicker bends and dies, like it hears the widow's cries. The wind don't bring her any peace, it only twists what won't release. And every tear she tries to hide becomes another final cry. It's the widow's last cry in the dark, looks up like it might speak, but only sighs through broken creek. A ring still hangs around her hand, like it refuses to understand that some goodbyes don't leave a sound, they just settle in the ground. And in the dark she swears she sees a shape among the dying trees, but when she reaches it's not real, just scream. She still can feel, and maybe love don't truly die, it just learns how to say goodbye. In empty rooms and fading skies, and in a widow's last cries, no heaven answers, no hell replies, just silence where the memory lies. And every heart that breaks in two still learns to live without the truth. It's the widow's last cry in the dark, no flame, no soul, no final spark, just love that time could not destroy, but never gave her back the boy. Oh, she calls, but nothing replies, just echoes in the endless skies. And every night she says goodbye to the sound of her last cry. Now the house stands cold and warm, where love and silence both were born. No footsteps left, no voice to hear, just absence settling year by year. And if you pass that lonely place where sorrow never leaves its trace, don't listen long, don't ask her why, or you'll hear the widow's last cry. The widow's last cry. Runs thin, and grief just circles back again. And somewhere in the empty sky still echoes the widow's last cry. The tires hum on broken ground, where heaven don't make a sound, just dust and heat and fading light, pulling me into the night. The road don't end, it just declines through crooked trees and crooked signs. And every mile I lose control feels like it's taking part of my soul. This road with no clear plan, just a tired heart and trembling hands. They said don't go where the map runs thin, but I was already deep within. The radio died mid-broken song, like even sound knew something wrong. And every shift of gravel hiss felt like a warning I dismissed. Old bonds lean like they've seen too much, like they remember every touch of those who passed and never came back the same, or back the same. The sky went low, the air went thick, like something waited just to hit quick. And every breath I tried to keep pulled me further down the steep. It's a dirt road to damnation I ride, where truth and shadow coincide. No turning back, no guiding flame, just whispers calling out my name. Oh, I tried to steer away from sin, but the road just pulled me in. And every choice I thought was mine leads me further down the line. reading through that read no hope for what you do, but someone carved beneath the rust. Too late for those who lose their trust. The fields were black with burning grass, like something evil came to pass, and every shadow in the haze looked like it knew my final days. A house stood dead beside the bend, no door, no window to defend, just silence heavier than stone, like it was built to take the loan. The wheels kept rolling slow and grim, like I was being dragged within, and every mile I tried to flee just tightened what was chasing me. It's a dirt road to damnation I ride, where truth and shadow coincide. No turning back, no guiding flame, just whispers calling out my name. Oh, I tried to steer away from sin, but the road just pulled me in, and every choice I thought was mine leads me further down the line. Standing in the haze, not moving, just those hollow stares, like versions of me I abandoned, waiting where the road was landing. They didn't speak, they didn't move, just proof of everything I proved, and every step I took before now stood outside that broken door. The road ahead just disappeared, but somehow still I stayed near, like something deeper made me stay, where damnation chose the way. It ain't a place, it ain't a gate, it's every choice we think is fate, every lie we let survive while we pretend we're still alive. And hell don't always burn or scream, sometimes it looks just like a dream, a road that never lets you turn, but lets you slowly learn to burn. It's a dirt road to damnation, I know, and I can feel there's nowhere to go, no mercy left, no hand to save, just echoes digging every grave. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to run, but the journey's already done, and every path I thought was free was just the road consuming me. No destination left to find, just endless gravel in my mind. And if you ever hear that sound of tires on forgotten ground, don't follow it, don't chase its call, or you'll lose the road, lose it all. The dust still rises, night still stays, the road don't end, it only plays, and I remain where souls are spun on the dirt road to damnation done. The cicadas scream in the southern heat, like a warning buried underneath. The air hangs thick, the sky burns red over words that should have stayed unsaid. The road runs long through dust and pine, where the past don't fall behind, and every mile sings soft and sick. The devil waits in Dixie. That line where the state signs fade, with a hard half hole and a debt unpaid. They said don't linger past sundown, and the place is just outside of town. The field stood still like they could see every wrong that followed me, and every porch I passed that night held eyes that vanished out of sight. And no man spoke from a rocking chair. Said, son, you best not wander there. But I kept driving through the thick, where the devil waits in Dixie. The radio cracked but didn't play, just whispered things I couldn't say. And every word that slipped between felt like it came from something unseen. The devil waits in Dixie tonight, in the heat, in the dust, out of sight. Every sin you thought was gone finds you where you don't belong. Oh, I tried to leave it far behind, but you can't outrun your own damn mind. And every road I take runs quick back to where he waits in Dixie. I stopped for gas at a rusted pump where the ground felt wrong beneath my boots. The woman there didn't meet my eyes, just handed change like quiet lies. Her hands were cold, her voice was thin, like she'd seen too much to take me in. And on the wall behind her stood a list of names that never could. I saw mine scratched in faded ink before I even had time to think. And something in me turned too quick toward the truth that waits in Dixie. The wind don't move, the night don't break, it just watches every step you take. And every breath I tried to keep felt like it sank too far, too deep. The devil waits in Dixie tonight, in the heat, in the dust, out of sight. Every sin you thought was gone finds you where you don't belong. Oh, I tried to leave it far behind, but you can't outrun your own damn mind. And every road I take runs quick back to where he waits in Dixie. I found the crossroads just past the trees, where the air don't move and the world won't breathe. No sign, no mark, just open land and something watching where I stand. A figure rose from the southern dark, not fire, not flame, just a quiet spark. He tipped his hat, said not a word, but everything in me was heard. No deal was made, no hand was shook, just a glance that felt like a hook. And in that moment, cold and slick, I knew why he waits in Dixie. It ain't about a soul you sell, a stories people like to tell. It's every choice you let remain, every quiet creeping stain. The South don't burn, it doesn't scream, it holds you in a living dream, where every truth you try to bury comes back slow and comes back heavy. The devil waits in Dixie tonight, not in flame, but just in sight. Every sin I tried to deny now stands with me eye to eye. Oh, I tried to leave, but now I see he never came, he was in me. And every road I thought I'd pick was leading back to Dixie. Now I don't drive, I don't run, I just walk where it's begun, through fields that whisper low and sick, where the devil waits in Dixie. And if you ever cross that line where heat and shadow intertwine, don't stay too long, don't look too deep, or you'll wake what Dixie keeps. The cicadas scream, the night don't end, the past don't break, it only bends. And I remain where truth runs thick, where the devil waits in Dixie. There's rust on the revolver and dust on my name. The mirror don't answer, it just looks the same. The air feels heavier, like it knows what I've done. And every silence in this room sounds like a loaded gun. Drawer again, like it was waiting deep within. The wood's gone soft, the iron's cold, but it still remembers what it holds. And every scratch along its frame feels like it's speaking out my name. The house don't creak the way it should. It creaks like something misunderstood. Like every step I ever made left something darker in its wake. I tell myself it's just a tool, but still don't care about the rules. And every breath I try to take feels like a choice I shouldn't make. There's rust on the revolver tonight, like time itself gave up the fight. Every turn of the cylinder feels like it's getting closer. Oh, I tried to leave it all behind, but it never left my mind. And every road I've come across still leads me back to what I lost. I see it sitting in my hand, like it's part of some darker plan. Not moving, not alive, not dead, just echoing inside my head. The night leans in through broken blinds, like it's reading between the lines. And every shadow on the wall feels like it's waiting for the call. I hear my heart beat in the still, like it's deciding what it will. And every second feels too wide, like something's standing on my side. The weight don't shift, it don't release, it only promises no peace. And every thought I try to break just circles back to what I take. There's rust on the revolver tonight, like time itself gave up the fight. Every turn of the cylinder feels like it's getting closer. Oh, I tried to leave it all behind, but it never left my mind. And every road I've come across still leads me back to what I lost. The room goes quiet, even breath feels like it's negotiating death. And in the silence I can see all the things I used to be. Not judgment, not regret alone, just faces carved into the stone of every moment I let slide, until they gathered here inside. The revolver doesn't speak or move, but somehow I still know the truth. It's not the steel that weighs me down, it's everything I never drowned. It ain't the metal, it ain't the rust, it's every broken piece of trust. Every line I cross too fast, coming back to make it last. And maybe it was never fate, just choices I accumulated, till every path I tried to run led me back to what I've done. There's rust on the revolver still, but it bends me to its will. Every turn I can't deny feels like I was meant to try. Oh, I tried to be someone new, but there's nothing I can undo. And every road that I survive still ends with what I keep alive. Now I set it back in place, like it never showed its face. But I can feel it in the air, like it never left me there. And if you ever find this room where silence feels a little doom, don't linger long, don't stay too near, or you'll learn what I keep here. There's rust on the revolver still, and it waits without a will. And I remain where echoes run. with nothing left but what I've done. The sky turned red like it knew my name, like it came to wash the shame. The wind went quiet, the world went still, like it was waiting on my will. The moon hung low, too sharp to pray, like it had something it meant to say. And every shadow on the ground felt like it was gathering sound. I walked alone through broken pines, where the night rewrites all lines. No stars to guide, no light to trust, just blood red glow on fading dust. The air was thick with things unsaid, like the world itself was barely fed on all the truths I tried to bury, deep enough to never carry. But the earth don't keep what's meant to rise, it pushes it back through every lie. And every step I tried to take felt like a memory awake. I heard my heartbeat split in two, like it didn't know what to do. And every breath I tried to keep just pulled me closer to the deep. This is my blood moon confession, written in sin and resurrection. No holy hands, no sacred flame, just me and everything I became. Oh, I tried to silence what I knew, but the night tore straight on through. And every truth I can't deny rises under blood red sky. I knelt down where the ground was bare, like it had been waiting there. The dirt felt warm, too warm to lie, like something underneath still cries. A voice came soft from nowhere near, but louder than anything I hear. It spoke my name without a sound, like it was carved into the ground. The trees leaned in, the air grew thin, like the night was pulling in. And everything I tried to hide came back standing at my side. No judgment came, no angel's call, just the truth that knows us all. And every lie I ever knew began to bleed right through. This is my blood moon confession. No mercy left, no resurrection, just open wounds beneath the sky. And everything I can't deny. Oh, I tried to run, but now I see there's nowhere left that isn't me. And every truth I tried to flee now stands here inside of me. I saw my past in shift and shade, every choice I ever made, not as memory, not as dream, but something living in between. They didn't speak, they didn't move, just stood there like they always knew that I would end up here tonight, underneath that bleeding light. And in their silence I could feel a truth too heavy to conceal. Not punishment, not fate, just everything I didn't break. It ain't the moon that makes me bleed, it's every buried thought and deed, every truth I locked away, finally choosing today. Maybe confession ain't release, maybe it's the lack of peace, when everything you tried to drown rises up without a sound. This is my blood moon confession. No God, no ghost, no intervention, just open sky and open pain, and everything I can unchain. Oh, I tried to hide, I tried to run, but the night has just begun. And every truth I can't deny still bleeds beneath the blood red sky. change, no truth to bend. Just this moment that won't end. And if you ever see it rise, that blood moon in the fractured skies, don't speak your sins, don't ask it why, or you'll confess beneath its eye. The moon still burns, the night still sighs, with everything the dark implies. And I remain where truth runs dry, beneath the blood moon's watching eye. The morning broke in broken light, through stained glass stained with last night's fight. The wind stood still, the world stood bare, like it knew what wasn't there. And far away, too faint to be, a bell that rings too late for me, a hollow sound of fading fate. The church bells rang too late. I walked the road that led me back, through ash and gravel faded tracks, where every step I tried to take still carried what I couldn't shake. The church stood tall but looked away, like it had nothing left to say. The doors were shut but I could hear the echo of a buried prayer. The pews were empty, cold and torn, like they had long since been forlorn. And every cross upon the wall looked like it couldn't stand at all. I knelt down slow in silent dread, with all the words I never said, and every breath I tried to keep just sank down deeper into me. The church bells rang too late for me, when truth was already buried deep. No holy hand, no saving grace could reach me in that empty place. Oh, I tried to call out through the night, but nothing came to set it right. And every sin I tried to fake still echoes in the steps I take. Preacher's book lay open wide, with pages burned and black inside, like someone tried to write again a truth that wouldn't fit in sin. The altar cracked beneath the weight of promises it couldn't make, and every candle burned too low, like even faith refused to glow. I saw my name carved in the wood, not how it was, but how it should have ended long before I came to kneel before a hollow named the air. And still the dust stood high, like it refused to say goodbye. And every sound I thought I knew was something I had passed right through. The church bells rang too late for me, when truth was already buried deep. No holy hand, no saving grace could reach me in that empty place. Oh, I tried to call out through the night, but nothing came to set it right. And every sin I tried to fake still echoes in the steps steps I take. I walked outside where shadows grew, like they were waiting there for you. And in the wind I swore I heard a final broken whispered word. Not judgment sharp, not wrath or flame, just everything I can't reclaim. A weight that doesn't leave or fade, just settles in the things I made. The bells rang once then died again, like mercy only comes at 10. But I was gone before they tried to pull me back from what I died. It ain't the church that saves your soul, it's what you do when you lose control. And every step you try to take is either truth or mistaken. Bells don't ring to change the past, they only echo things that last. Too late to heal, too late to save, just sound above an empty grave. The church bells rang too late that day, when everything had gone away. No light returns, no sin is undone once the silence has begun. No, I tried to stand, I tried to pray, but nothing here would lead the way. And every truth I can't escape still rings long after fate. Now I don't wait for morning's call, I stand beneath where shadows fall. No past to fix, no truth to gain, just echoes ringing through my name. And if you ever hear that sound through empty sky or hollow ground, don't listen long, don't hesitate, or the church bells will ring too late. The bell still swings but makes no sound, just moving there, no sacred ground. And I remain where truth won't wait, where church bells ring too late. Glass on the counter, half gone cold, like every truth I never told. The bottle leans like it can see everything I used to be. The room is quiet, lights run low, like they already seem to know that every lie I've ever tried leaves whiskey stains and alibis. I came in late with shaking hands, dust on boots from broken plans. The bartender don't ask me why, just wipes the truth out of his eyes. There's a name carved in the bar, not mine but close enough so far, like someone tried to leave a mark but couldn't do it in the dark. The jukebox hums a dying song, like it knows I don't belong. And every note that drifts and dies feels like whiskey stained goodbyes. I say I'm fine, I say it slow, but the truth don't care what I show. And every breath I try to hide turns into another lie. Whiskey stains and alibis tonight, trying to make wrong feel right. But every drink I try to pour just opens up the truth some more. writes another alibi. The mirror behind the bar looks cracked, like it remembers every act. 1,000 faces I once wore, still staring from the glass and floor. I swear I see him next to me, the man I used to claim to be. But when I blink, he slips away, like he was never meant to stay. The ice melts slow and amber light, like a surrender in the fire. And every drop that hits the wood feels like regret misunderstood. The truth don't shout, it don't complain, it just keeps dropping through the pain. Every excuse I supply just builds another alibi. Whiskey stains and alibis tonight, trying to make wrong feel right. But every drink I try to opens up the truth some more. I tried to drown what I became, but the bottle knows my name, and every sip I can't deny just writes another alibi. The bartender finally looks my way, like he's heard every word I say. He says, son, you don't need more, you just keep running from the score. But I just laugh into the glass, like I can make the feeling pass. But truth don't fade, it multiplies, and whiskey stains and alibis. Outside the wind begins to creep, like it knows I can't escape. And every step I take toward night feels like surrender dressed in white. It ain't the drink that does me in, it's everything I've hidden in. Every lie I let survive now keeps me barely alive. And alibis don't wash away, they just grow heavier each day, till every truth I try to rise drowns in whiskey and alibis. Whiskey stains and alibis remain, mixed with memory and pain. No clean slate, no final try, just broken truth and hollow lies. So I tried to drink it all away, but it only made me stay. And every night I can't deny I live in whiskey stains and alibis. And now I don't run, I don't pretend, I just wait for nights to end. No clean escape, no truth to find, just echoes soaked in cheap red wine. And if you ever feel that chill in bars where time just won't sit still, don't trust your dream, don't trust your eyes, or you'll drown in alibis. The glass goes dry, the night runs thin, but nothing here is washed of sin. And I remain where truth defies, whiskey stains and alibis. The church bell cracked but never rang, like it forgot the song it sang. The sky turned dark without a sound as I stepped on sacred ground. Black boots heavy, soaked in dust, carrying more than blood and rust. And every step I laid down slow felt like somewhere I shouldn't go. I came back where the old cross stands, half buried deep in broken land. The graveyard leans, the stones decay like time itself just walked away. They said, don't come with what you've done, don't bring that weight, don't bring that gun. But I don't follow what they say, not anymore, not anyway. The chapel door still hangs askew, like it remembers more than you. And every mark along the frame still whispers out my name. The wind don't move, but something does. And all the things I never was, and every breath I try to take feels like a line I shouldn't break. Black boots on sacred ground tonight, dragging sin into the light. No prayer left, no truth to claim, just echoes calling out my name. Oh, I tried to leave it far behind, but you don't outrun your own damn mind. And every step I take resounds like judgment in this hollow ground. The pews are cracked, the altar bare, no mercy left hanging in the air. The book still lies where it once stayed, but every word is slowly decayed. I ran my hand across the wood where broken faith once understood that something pure had turned to stone long before I walked alone. A candle flickered faint and thin, like it was tired of holding in the truth behind what's said in prayer and what gets buried under there. The silence pressed against my skin, like it knew where I had been. And every step I tried to hide came back louder from inside. Black boots on sacred ground tonight, dragging sin into the light. No prayer left, no truth to claim, just echoes calling out my name. Oh, I tried to leave it far behind, but you don't outrun your own damn mind. And every step I take resounds like judgment in this hollow ground. I walked out back where graves run thin, where nameless bones lie under skin. No crosses left, no flowers bloom, just open earth and endless gloom. I saw a place I knew too well, no marker there, but I could tell that something once had been laid low by hands I wish I didn't know. The dirt sank in beneath my weight, like it remembered every fate. And in that moment, cold and clear, I knew exactly why I'm here. It ain't the church that makes it sacred, or the words that men have faked it. It's every truth we choose to hide, and every place we let it die. And every step I thought was free was leading right back here to me, when nothing left can be unbound from black boots on this sacred ground. this cursed ground. Now I don't leave when morning comes. I stand where silence grows and hums. No past to fix, no soul to save, just empty earth and open grave. And if you ever walk this land with something heavy in your hand, don't step too far, don't turn around. Black boots on sacred ground. The bell won't ring, the light won't stay. The truth don't wash, it stains the clay. And I remain where lost is found, in black boots on sacred ground. The candles flicker thin and weak, like they're afraid of what they speak. The chapel air is cold and thin, like it forgot what's locked within. The pews are empty, wood is warm, like every hope here has been torn. And every breath I take tonight feels like I'm praying into night. Down where the broken kneel, where faith don't bend and wounds don't heal. The stained glass cracks in fading hues of saints who learned they'd also lose. The Bible rests with pages burned, like every truth has slowly turned. And every word I try to say feels like it fades before it stays. The cross above me leans too far, like it forgot what crosses are. And every shadow in the flame feels like it knows my real name. I speak aloud but hear no sign, just echoes bending out of time. And every hope I try to send just breaks before it can ascend. This is a prayer for the damned tonight, for those who lost the will to fight. No angels come, no heaven's call, just silence wrapped around it all. Oh, I tried to ask for mercy's hand, but even mercy can't withstand the weight of everything I've done when all forgiveness comes undone. Their faces in the dark, not clear but like a fading mark of all the souls I passed along. Without a right, without a wrong, they don't accuse, they don't forgive, they just remind me I still live. And every glance they send my way feels like a debt I can't repay. The wind moves through the shattered glass like something old that couldn't pass. And every breath I try to keep feels like it drags me down too deep. The silence listens, sharp and still, like it's deciding what to feel. And every word I dare to bend comes back around but won't defend. This is a prayer for the damned tonight, for those who lost the will to fight. No angels come, no heaven's call, just silence wrapped around it all. I tried to ask for mercy's hand, but even mercy can't withstand the weight of everything I've done when all forgiveness comes undone. I light a candle, watch it die, Like every hope I've ever tried, and in the wax I swear I see the shape of what's been haunting me. Not fire, not light, not holy grace, just something I can't erase. A truth that doesn't fade or bend, just waits for everything to end. And in that moment, still in bed, I realize what's really there. No God above, no hell below, just everything I used to know. It ain't the church, it ain't the sin, it's what we carry deep within. Every choice we let remain becomes a different kind of chain. And prayers don't rise, they just dissolve in problems they can't solve, until the only thing that's left is everything we never kept. Oh, this is a prayer for the damned tonight. No future left, no wrong or right, just broken voices in the air for souls that know no answers there. Oh, I tried to kneel, I tried to stand, but nothing moves at my command. And every prayer I can't unbind still lingers deep inside my mind. Now I don't speak, I don't repent, I stay where every meaning's spent. No sacred path, no truth to send, just echoes that will never end. And if you ever hear this sound in empty halls or hollow ground, don't answer back, don't understand, or you'll be part of the damned. The candles fade, the night runs thin, and silence takes what's left within. And I remain where prayers descend, a prayer for the damned again.